Attention to US-based African food and beverage distributors. If you're struggling to import dry or frozen containers of in-demand African foods directly from Cameroon's best farmers and food manufacturers without going through the headache of managing logistics, know you're not alone. Over 80% of US-based African food distributors face the same challenges. But here's the good news. Scientists have revealed the matrix supply chain model. It's the shocking new way US-based African food distributors are secretly using to import 20 or 40 feet containers of in-demand African food products without going through the stress of import regulations. Research reveals that matrix supply chain model is far more efficient than anything else to not only secure a steady supply of in-demand African foods directly from Cameroon's best farmers and food manufacturers, but equally build stronger relationships with your customers and grow overall profit margins in your distribution business. Don't let the lack of information slow you down. Do you want the perfect combination of consistent supply of in-demand products, uncompromised quality across your distribution chain, and an information management system that will help you build stronger customer relationships and grow overall profit margins? If so, this will be one of the most important videos you'll ever watch. But wait, there's a catch. This video isn't for everyone. This is exclusive for US-based African food distributors with a strong motivation to start or grow their distribution business to the next level. You've had this dream of a unique and perfect business that will be the link between Cameroon's best farmers/food manufacturers and US-based African food consumers. You imagine a world where you get a verified list of in-demand African foods and beverages that have willing buyers in the USA packaged in your custom labels with barcodes. A business model that helps you maintain a strong deal flow from grocery shops, restaurants, and household consumers. An operating system that structures your supply chain, warehouse inventory, and customer orders to ensure maximum traceability and reduce losses from food spoilage or inventory retention. You even sometimes catch yourself thinking about African food distribution features in the shower. You're obsessed about solving this problem. At this moment, instead of just dreaming about it, you've decided to make it a reality and elevate your business to the next level. You've spent countless hours online scouring the darkest corners of the internet, reading the works of dozens of so-called African food exporters or African food distribution service providers. But still, you can't get the perfect choice of consistent supply of in-demand products, uncompromised quality across your distribution chain, and an information management system combination for your business. The more options you see, the more confused you get. It's not your fault that you struggle with this problem. The issue is that there has been no specific supply chain model that works for African food distribution business. If you suspect that there's that perfect supply chain model that delivers the best quality of in-demand African food products directly into your warehouse and helps you reduce losses across your distribution chain, then hang on. Let me blow your mind with some crazy insights learned from over 50 successful African food distributors. Ready for it? Let's get started. If you're watching this video, then you face one or more of the following problems trying to maintain steady supply of African foods from Cameroon, or maybe start a new African food distribution business or scale an existing distribution business. You're finding it hard to get direct access to Cameroon's farmers or producers. You therefore lose margins buying from US-based importers. You struggle to obtain consistent quality of food supplies due to varying suppliers, and you end up losing clients. You lose loyal customers due to long and varying delivery times and delays in restocking your shops because your supply chain is not properly structured. You incur losses from food spoilage due to poor inventory management. Here's the big idea. To build stronger customer relationships and grow overall profit margins for a food distribution business is not just about having a consistent supply of in-demand products, but also about having the right combination of sustained food quality across your distribution chain and an information management system, each of which play a specific role to help you create and capture value. Scientists have proven that the African food distribution business model has created several millionaires. However, over 80% of US-based African food distributors don't have a good understanding of the right type of business and supply chain model required to create wealth in food distribution. Consequently, they fail to build a lucrative business portfolio, not because they don't have the money to import food products, but because they don't understand the right operating model to structure their supply chain, warehouse inventory, and customer orders to ensure maximum traceability, reduce losses from food spoilage or inventory retention. Before we get into the steps, let me provide some background info. We are Matrix Brokers. We have helped over 10 US-based African food distributors to import and market in-demand products to willing buyers and grow overall profits margins. After several years of field experience and working with top growth engineers and scientists from world-class universities, we discovered the Matrix supply chain model. Following the implementation of this model with over 10 US-based African food distributors, they have been able to achieve the following results. First of all, they have direct access to Cameroon's farmers and suppliers to secure a consistent and high-quality food supply without dealing with complex import regulations. They've been able to double sales volume and maximize profit margins without compromising food quality. With this new discovery, and seeing how many US-based African food distributors are still struggling with the same problem others had already solved, we decided to help other US-based African food distributors to build stronger customer relationships and grow overall profit margins. Now let me show you the first step required to reinvent your African food distribution business, which is procurement of African food products. This is the old and most common approach. You buy food products without having a supply chain model. New approach. You buy food products using a supply chain model. Old result. You get a supply of in-demand products, but you lose margins because you buy from US-based importers. Now with the new result, you don't only get a consistent supply of in-demand products, but you get better margins plus a system to manage your distribution business. What you need to understand is that beyond just buying and selling food products, building a robust supply chain management system is crucial for an African food distribution business. It ensures timely deliveries, maintains product quality, reduces waste, and increases profitability. According to a study, companies with optimized supply chains can reduce costs by up to 15% and increase customer satisfaction by 20%. By investing in a reliable system, you can scale efficiently, forecast demand accurately, and make data-driven decisions. This enables you to reliably meet customer demands in the competitive African market, ultimately driving business growth and sustainability. A well-managed supply chain is the backbone of your business. This first aspect I've shown you is just one of the 3 components of the Matrix supply chain model needed to build stronger customer relationships and grow overall margins. To fully utilize the Matrix supply chain model that has served over 10 US-based African food distributors, you need 3 components. Top of the list is a consistent supply of in-demand products obtained directly from Cameroon's best farmers and producers. You also need a business model that helps you maintain food quality across your distribution chain and build a strong deal flow from grocery shops, restaurants, and household consumers. And finally, you need an information management system that structures your supply chain, warehouse inventory, and customer orders to ensure maximum traceability, reduce losses from food spoilage or inventory retention. The point of intersection between a consistent supply of in-demand products, uncompromised quality across your distribution chain, and an information management system is called the food distribution sweet spot. The food distribution sweet spot is a zone where you get a consistent supply of in-demand products and maintain a strong deal flow from grocery shops, restaurants, and household consumers. Here is the good news. For a limited time, I have attached a free copy of the African Food Distribution White Paper containing a detailed illustration of the entire model and how you can just copy and paste it to your own distribution business. In the PDF report, you'll learn the following insights. The first one is the 4-step process used by the most successful US-based African food distributors to grow their distribution business. Another thing is a verified list of in-demand African foods that have willing buyers in the USA, as well as the best season of the year to import them. You'll also get a technical spec sheet that provides a list of things you must consider before you pay money to an African food exporter. And finally, an operating model to structure your supply chain, warehouse inventory, and customer orders to ensure maximum traceability, reduce losses from food spoilage or inventory retention. A business model that helps you maintain a strong deal flow from grocery shops, restaurants, and household consumers. I know it's hard to believe things these days. So, this PDF white paper is my way of showing you it's all real. After you read it, you'll see the truth. If you think this might be helpful to you, follow the URL below to download and read the free PDF white paper now. Look forward to talking to you soon.